What is up, everybody? My name is Darren, and welcome to Stock Mafia. What is going on, Matt? Yeah, dude, I just saw Ape trading at 96 cents. I was like, damn, that is unbelievable. Look at this red candle. It's unbelievable. I don't know if they're trying to scare us. I mean, let's just be honest. It's exactly what they're trying to do. It's all fake. And even though it hurts us, and we all sit here and go, "Oh, I wish I sold at $10 or between $7 and $10, or why didn't Adam Aaron sell between $7 and $10?" He seems like a pretty intelligent guy, just from meeting him for the short time. And I know, like, oh, I met him in a movie theater. I know him. He's my best friend. No, he's not. He's not our best friend. He doesn't. He has intentions for himself, as anyone else does, selfishly, and for the company. So let's see what happens with this whole ape thing. Maybe there's something circling on the inside. If there is something going on with Disney, Ken Griffin knows about it, right? I mean, there's no other way to put it. And you guys can put in the comments, yeah, thanks for coming in. I do apologize. I've been, my God, I've been fighting this cold. If you guys remember last stream, I had to like kind of end early because I lost my voice. I might have to do the same thing. I don't know. I haven't really talked for about a week. Yeah, Kim, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Ape. Only the fact is, I mean, look at this big red candle. Nobody's selling this right now. I mean, unless Adam Aaron is doing something on his end, but it's not for the negative. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, just sell all 5 billion for $1. Kim, you had a cold for a week. Yeah. I know I have. I don't know you have. But I've lost my voice, and this is actually the best I've sounded probably in the past 7 days. But what's up, Sean? Good to see you. So that's what I see about Ape. I mean, it's kind of a surprise about what's coming our way here. If I don't know if you guys watched my last video, I probably should have. I honestly, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna have to start. I'm a marketing guy. I'm gonna start clickbaiting my videos and saying, "You need to see this. We're gonna get paid here," because I thought my last video was, "Hi, Miss Nia, what's happening?" I thought the first time coming into that to that play or talking about what I talked about on the video yesterday was very important. And so I'm going to jump into CBDCs, and I want to see what everybody has to say. If you don't know what CBDC is, it's central bank digital currency. And honestly, that's what we're going to be talking about in the first part of this video. I see it as like a communist dollar because everything that I've heard about it is it's a digital currency that they can socially track you on. They can control where you spend it. They can say, okay, I'm going to give you $100,000. And between, I don't know, let's say they say on January and February, you can only spend this in the housing sector. And the reason we get that information is because of China, because that's the only people that actually really do this. Let's just think about it on another end. And I'm not saying I don't like it, but what really is CBDC? I don't know about you guys, but I don't carry much cash. So if you want to rob me, you're probably going to get $20. You know, everything we use is digital anymore. So all our dollars are tracked in that respect. And I'm at a point now where we all know that they don't have money or they don't have liquidity because they create it. And I know Ronnie just wrote, CBDC is shit. Yes, it is in the grand scheme of things. But think about it this way. If you're the 1% and you've made a bad bet, but you own all these politicians and you own all these government officials and you've got your hand in the SEC and what they do and the DTCCC. I'm tired of saying that the DTCC is anything other than the hedge funds and their buddies. They're not an organization. They're just a club. They're like stock mafia. You know what I mean? They're just a club of the same damn people that are doing nefarious things. And Ronnie's saying he thinks CBDCs can cut back on theft. Theft from, I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I know where you're going here, but I'm laughing at that's the whole thing that they keep saying is it's more secure. And when I say they, I mean like the media and the SEC and the Fed. It's more secure. It's easier to make large transactions. Shut the hell up. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You can make a transaction, and if you can send money to the Cayman Islands, you can send money to Ukraine. If you can send money to Ukraine and then have them wash it through the FTX and make political donations, I mean, give me a break. They didn't have the CBDC to do that. Oh, well, they use crypto exchange. Come on, man. It's all digital. It's all digital money. It's all technology. They're just trying to intimidate us the same way they use words like capitulate and stupid shit like that. That's the one thing that they're so upset about is we're educating ourselves. We're educating ourselves, and that makes them so mad. So CBDC, my thing is, like I said before, the rich have lost. And they're like, well, we got to fix this because our financial markets, and I'm losing all this money in my 401k, and I'm losing all this money and blah, blah, blah. Well, they're like, okay, 1%. The Fed goes to 1% and says, okay, well, you're going to have to give us some money because we got to pay these people. Well, I'm not giving up my money. Ask this guy. Ask this guy over here. This guy over here. I'm not giving up my money. Well, how are we going to fix this? I don't know. Pay them. So essentially what they're going to do is they're going to create this CBDC. They're going to slide it in here. They're probably going to give everybody a stimulus to make it normal, make people accept it, because no one's going to say no to $3,000 a person, right? Because everything's more expensive. So nobody's going to say no to it. So we're all going to take it. We're all going to take it. And we're not really have a choice. So they're going to push it down our throat. And you're like, well, shit, I'm not going to deny it because everybody's getting it. And this is our government, unfortunately, until we change it. And we're going to take it. And they're going to make it normal. They're going to normalize it. And then while they normalize it, financial markets are going to take a little bit of a hit. And that's why I talk about why the videos are coming out in China. And I'll get into that too. We're going to take it. And then financial markets are going to crash and they're going to pay us in the CBDC. That's my theory. It's my opinion. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys follow me, and I know I'm not the most popular guy on YouTube. And sometimes I kick myself and go, God damn it, I should have started like 8 months ago. Maybe I'd have more of a voice. But the shit I say sometimes trends like a month later. I don't know if you guys agree with me. And you can put it in the comments and say, Darren, shut the hell up. You're not that popular. And you got to listen to me now. I'm already losing my voice and I'm laughing with some congested cough. Like I just smoked like 3 packs of cigarettes. I'm CSI now. I'm the new CSI. If anybody gets that joke, they can give me a thumbs up there. Oh no, Carl, you're going to get thrown out. You're ruining my vibe here. So Carl says, now, Carl, I'm sorry, dude, but when you rip on me, you got to bring better English because you're going to come at my neck. I'm going to come at you. When you and every YouTuber going to stop this big lie, you're full of crap and you know it. Yeah, let me see. How do I do this? All right, well, Carl's gone. But I will answer his question. But I can't if you're going to rip on me, dude, you got to bring proper English. I'm a school teacher. I don't know what big lie I'm saying. This is no big lie. I'm showing you the chart right here. The big lie is we're being stolen from and just hit 94 cents on APE, and now it's going back up to 99 cents. So that's my CBDC thing. Is I'm at the point now, I'm like, well, just pay us. One thing you got to understand, you guys understand this too. It's like they need us just as much as we need them, but we don't really even need them. Does our life really change? I mean, it changes if we don't get our money back. But does our life really change if we can't trade stocks anymore? Most of us have only started doing this over the past couple of years. My life changes because I do it for a living, but you know, it is what it is. But Wall Street's been running this country for 120 years. They need the markets. That's their piggy bank. Pension funds, 401ks, and I'm sorry, we should come up with a word in the chat. What do you call people that don't watch their money? Like people that, and maybe this is you, and it's time to change. When that kid in the sharp suit sits down at your kitchen table and tells you he's going to put your money in a mutual fund, when are we going to stop giving them that money? Because that kid doesn't watch the markets. That financial advisor that you went with at Merrill Lynch or Charles Schwab that you think is your friend and he buys you lunch, he doesn't watch your money the way you watch your money. He doesn't look at, say, oh, I put, and Ed, I'm going to use you as a great example. I'm just going to use an example, right? I'm going to say he doesn't put Ed's, he buys 1,000 or 100 shares of Amazon for Ed, 100 shares of Apple for Ed. And he doesn't sell on the peaks, the days where it goes up, say 12%. That's not going to, on no news. He doesn't sell the peaks and then buy it back when it drops down another 6%. He doesn't buy and sell that for you. So be careful about financial advisors. Honestly, they don't know shit. They don't know shit because they don't watch the market. And you can say, well, Darren, you're not a financial advisor. Yeah, I'm not. No, but I'm educated. I have a business degree. I mean, you don't have to, I was listening to Al from Boston's live last night for a little bit. And I know a lot of you were actually in there. I saw your names because I told you I got a camera for a brain. And he said something. And one thing that pisses me off about him is like, I listen to him and everybody's going to offend you. And people might think I'm a dick and that's fine too. But I'm not. I'm a good guy. But he said, if you ain't in the finance industry, then you know nothing about this. And then he proceeded to talk about how Adam Aron's going to make a whole bunch of money selling popcorn. Hey, Al, if you're not a businessman, you don't know shit about popcorn. All right? Because that's a revenue stream, but that's not going to break the bank, guys. Adam Aron does not own a food plant. And I know this because I've sold manufacturing equipment to the food industry for a long time. Did that for about 10 years. They just slap their name on something. They might test their product and say, this is good popcorn. Let's put AMC's name on it. They don't control the supply. They use the same distributors. It's not like they just started a big popcorn company and they get every cent on the dollar in profits. So, hey, Al, you don't know shit about business. Okay. So keep your numbers and stop passing judgment on people. And everybody needs to stay in their lane. And Al needs to stay in his lane and get on camera and stop turning off his Twitter. Fucking pussy. All right. All right, so Dan was watching the Flyers. Much better waste of my Dan. Dude, the Flyer, I don't know. Between the Flyers and Al, I don't know. It's not, I don't dislike him, but I don't like the way he talks to people. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He likes to act like he's the smartest guy in the room, and that's not what we do here. It's just not. Joe, also keep in mind, popcorn is not a type of food that you want to eat every day. Actually, it's not good for your stomach. Yeah, Joe. Joe's looking out for our health. Joe, in order to help the squeeze, I eat a mega bag for breakfast every morning. And for some reason, I keep getting sick. Mega bags. I mean, I appreciate when people say, like, go buy a mega bag. It's going to help us out. Well, sure it is. Like, if you're going to go buy a snack, if you're going to spend $6 on M&Ms, well, shit, go buy a mega bag from AMC. But to think that that's going to cure this problem. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be a mess today. Oh, you just bought more? Dude, I'm so tempted to buy more ape right now. Not financial advice. Not that I always tell you guys, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's like a quick paranoia. I mean, this is America. You could sue anybody for anything. Um, so let me get into the comments. Nobody really had much to say about CBDC unless I didn't see anything. Yeah, oh, Sean. So I agree with you. So this whole CBDC thing. I mean, people say, "Well, you can track money." What do you think's happening right now? Like, I got my money in a bank. I do all my banking on my phone. Like everybody, they can see what I'm doing. Credit card companies look at when you get your credit card statement. Um, Especially when I'm doing like when you're doing your taxes. If you have your own business and you do taxes, it breaks it down. It says, "Go, you spent you know, $800 this year in restaurants. You spent $700 in utilities." I mean, I try to put everything I can on my credit card because it's nice to just pay one bill. Yeah, it's one big bill, but you get 2% cash back. I mean, it's all about working the system there and all that nonsense. I'm sorry, Ronnie. I'm just reading your stuff. Oh, I mean for each other. The meaning the devil will be immune from it. Yeah, I don't know what that meant, but that's all right. I'm just you said something above, and I just can't connect the dots. That's all good. Uh, I don't think Ape's going to be worthless. Don't buy into that. I would Ape is not going to be worthless. We're listen. Do you know what we're fighting against, right? I mean, we could be fighting against the bad of the bad. Um, it's just the way it is. We could be fighting against the People's Republic of China for all we know. Maybe they're short on AMC. We just don't know. I know that Ken Griffin. I know Citadel handles money for what's up, Billy. Oh, appreciate it. So, I know Ken Griffin handles money for foreign investors, foreign money. He probably has big oil money. Who knows? He could be holding money for these like diamond guys that drill diamonds in Africa. I mean, we don't know. He flies all over the freaking world. He's making business calls. He handles big money. Um, Man, Mike, you don't miss an opportunity. When I say Kenny's name, I almost feel like you used to work for him because you rip him every time I say Kenny's name. Mike jumps in and gives him a new nickname. That's too funny, man. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, I'm rocking I'm not selling here. I'm rocking a Detroit Tigers Mother's Day baseball hat. I think it's Mother's Day. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. It looked cooler in the summer when the sun was out. Now it's freezing and raining. I will tell you this, guys. I hate living in the Northeast. I hate it. I literally hate it. One day I'm coming. Florida, I'm coming for you. Coming for you. One day. Mike, I'm going to live next to Kenny and kick his ass when I see him at the convenience store. So, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to spill that coffee on you. I know it's hot. Oh, man. Really? So Joe's saying that he heard on another channel, doesn't remember what one, which it's all good. I don't know how they would know that, but people read charts, and that's like the chart stuff. It says that it could go to 88 cents. I don't know about you guys. I don't have any money. I mean, I have money, but it's like I don't have any more money to put into this play. But my goodness, if it's I have money to buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks, a stupid $6 coffee. Not that I'd go to Starbucks, but if you were going to do that, um, that's potentially 6 shares of AMC. Yeah, I know, because Ape, he's going to convert this. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. I'm going to look at the chart here, put you guys on mute, and blow my nose because I'm like dying here. But Let me see here. But you can look at this. It's unbelievable. All right, that was painless. Sorry about that. There'll be more of that coming. As you see, my whole face is like red now from blowing my nose. All right. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys. um, my one buddy, I said, I don't know if I want to go on today. He's like, no, the apes need you. I said, I don't know if they need me, but if anybody enjoys like coming on here and talking, like I appreciate it. I do. I know what it feels like too to like. Sadly, you know who got me through like last year, just like hearing him, fucking Lou. I mean, I watched him and just would listen to everything he said. Now, I didn't like buy anything that he was selling or anything, but I heard what he had to say. Um, so here we go. So I'm looking at this chart and everybody's saying like, how is this happening? It's and it was explained, and I'll explain it too. What they do is they borrow these shares in the morning, and they borrow them, and like they do exactly this every morning. Then they borrow those shares and they short the shit out of it. All right. And they use all those shares, they use all their bullets. And then once they get it to a price that they can get it to with all their bullets for that day, then they just trade it back and forth the rest of the day. So what's going to happen now is this is going to flatline. And you can see my arrow across the it's just going to flatline all day. They're doing the same thing. I mean, it's easy peasy. So to be honest with you, like Joe's kind of saying, like, we're only on, what is it, Wednesday? We got 2 more days left of the week. We don't know what next week holds, but we sure as hell can figure out what this week's going to look like. So if you're looking to get into a play and you see a pattern like this, you might want to wait till tomorrow. Joe, was that good enough? Was that not financial advice? If you're looking to get into a play that looks like this, you might want to wait till tomorrow because you might be able to get more. You might be able to get more of this. Oh man, so funny. Anything monetary, our beloved government is already on top of the ins and outs about it. Yeah, they know everything what's going on. This is this. I've always thought this, and you guys have probably felt the same way because we've talked about this enough. This is a managed event. There's no way around it. No way around that. This is not a managed event. And I think this is all set up. This CBDC shit is really what's coming our way. And that's honestly, that's my positive outlook. My negative outlook is like, Jesus, when is this going to end? Am I ever going to like see anything? But I've said this 100 times over. 100 times over. They need us more than we need them. They need our pensions, our 401ks. Somebody put in here, and I'll give them the cred when they say it. Hopefully I can find it. I'm just looking for somebody said blind money is broke money or something like that, which was a great term. If you could put it in the chat again, I don't know who said it, but Michael, I did not say buy. I don't know what you're buying. Go buy some coffee, man. Excuse me. Oh man. But that's your whole thing. So Michael, I thank you. I appreciate it. That's my explanation. It's pretty easy. It's not some theory. It's exactly what they're doing. They get their whatever it is today. It's probably 100,000. And 100,000 shares, they short the shit out of it, bring it down to 95 cents, 94 cents. They try to stay there. And you can see they got it down to 94, and that's probably going to be the low of the day. And now they're going to flatline it all the way across today, just trading it back and forth. Yo, Mr. Simon, what is up, brother? What is up? Good to see you. And it's fun to go into some of these live chats now and see you guys are in other people's chats, which is really cool. So Mr. Simon sent me to Clay Bro, so I'll give him a shout out. because he gave me a shout out, which is really nice. And yeah, I mean, one thing I don't know, Simon. I think I'm different than a lot of people. I don't know why. Maybe guys could tell me. I'd appreciate it because there's things I should focus on and things I shouldn't do. I definitely don't do a lot of technical analysis. For me, it's like bad TV. Um, if we need it, we'll do it, but I'm not going to sit there and start reading charts all day. It's just not my thing. I miswrote down lie instead of buy. Oh, in the previous message. Okay, Mike, I got you, Mike. I was just kidding. You can say buy all you want, buy, sell. Like I tell you, I don't do this because it's like not legal and all the other crap that they tell you. I'm just never going to tell you to buy and sell anything because that's you got to make your own decisions on that stuff. So Joe's saying what really bothers me is the CEO is very quiet at the same time. Yes. And it sounds to me fishy because I see other CEOs that are fighting because this is obvious of what's going on. Yeah, but Joe, I'm looking at it from the other end. So I'm always going to try to take positive because I have so much money in it. but I question Aaron all the time. So that's one thing you need to know is I question him all the time, and I think he should do way more than he does. But then I look at it and go, my God, this is so big. This is so big that a movie theater stock and a video game stock are going to take down the world. I mean, how ridiculous is that? How ridiculous is that? So I think he's just being careful. But he's not. I don't think he's afraid because if he was afraid, he wouldn't go on these movie tours. Because if I were him, I would be scared of somebody who's going to like shoot me at these movie tours. I'll be honest, because I know people have lost a lot of money. And if you don't think losing $1 million is a lot of money, it's a lot of money. I know people have lost that money. So, and they haven't lost that money like, oh, well, when it shot up to 72, I was a millionaire for 3 weeks and then I lost all that money. Nah, they invested $1 million. So that was their money and they lost it. And you see a CEO pushing popcorn and sweatshirts and shit. Yeah, come on, man. That ain't going to solve this problem. The guy who I love to watch, and I tell you this all the time, AMC Bigums, he brings a perspective. He knows. So as our boy Al likes to say, if you ain't in finance, and he mispronounces it R's every so often. I almost wonder if he's actually even from Boston. But if you're in finance, you don't know anything. Nah, sorry, dude. That's not true. You can be a businessman and understand it. And if you don't understand banking, AMC Bigums understands banking. I don't know where the hell that dude gets his knowledge from, but it's wild what he talks about with the banks. Wild. And he's like a coder for, I don't know what he codes. I mean, computers, but it's crazy. Yeah, we do. Every change name says every video game or movie has a hero saving the world. Yes, and Joe's got a 14-year-old daughter. What is up, Joe's daughter? You are an ape. My 17-year-old son is an ape. He's been an ape for a while, man. He had the run up. He rode the run up with me to 72. He's like, Dad, we should have sold 72. Yeah, we should have. And then bought back at what? At $7. And yeah, well, listen, you can't predict crime. This is not, you don't understand the market. This is what happens kind of nonsense. This is bad. This is bad stuff. And people need to go down for it. And everybody needs to look at their politicians and see who's in charge. And it doesn't matter if they're red or blue, and get rid of them. Get rid of them. And get somebody in there that's going to actually put them in jail and not pardon them. The real reckoning is coming. I will tell you that. Because we're not going to have any voting machine issues when the presidential election comes around this time. I'll tell you what. Because what scares me more than anything is like a revolution. And I tell you what, nobody's going to be fighting for beanbag Bill Gates. And while I call him beanbag, look at him. He looks like a beanbag. I don't like Bill Gates one bit. I think he's a fraud, and his wife doesn't like him either because he made way too many visits to Epstein Island. So that's why she left them. All right. Put money. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. I put money in AVCT blindly, not knowing anything about it. It was a mistake. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Like, let's be straight here. Like, we can look at. I'll bring it up on the screen. We can look at cause right now. I talked about it yesterday in my video. You got to be very careful about these plays. I think anything in the market right now is dangerous. Dangerous. This is not the time to be the day trader. This is not the time to come on the stock mafia and I'm going to teach you how to trade. I will get there, but this is not the time. We have to stay away from this shit. They are manipulating everything. They are using some fat guy from Harlem to push whatever nonsense stock that he talks about to make them money, and he'll sell his soul to the devil. All right. So, and if you discredit it and say no, he's got our back, well, look at the results. And I've said from the beginning, Mr. Simon can back me up. He's been here from the beginning. A lot of you have been here a lot of you. Mike's been here. I'm not here to rip on like YouTubers. I don't give a crap about that. I honestly don't, but I'll rip on bad people. See, I'll disagree with Al and I don't like the way, but I don't think Al's a bad guy. I think Lou is. I think Lou's a bad guy. You don't tell me your family, man. Family, you lost my family money. Don't follow people because the financial markets are in trouble. The Fed is in trouble. Kenny's in trouble. And they're gonna manipulate every stock coming through, all these little pumps. So, but the thing is, if you follow my rules, I got a couple of standards. Don't buy something you don't understand. You don't know what Cosmos. You don't know what the hell that is. Don't tell me you do. You don't. You don't know shit about them. You don't know the CEO. You don't know what the hell they do. So you don't know what GTII is. You don't know what that is. You know what AMC is. You've been to the movie theater. You know what GameStop is. You've bought a game there one time in probably your 40 years of existence. So, yeah, trust me, Lou. Trust me, bro. Exactly, Mike. It's just it's wild though, but people still watch them. I don't know if they watch them for like shock value to kind of like understand, like, and I guess you just want to see what he's lying about. And I guess I did that because I told you I'm the first to admit that I watched them religiously. But now I don't watch them at all. I kind of weaned my way off of them, and now I don't even watch them. Yeah, Lou said that he was all in AMC, and then yeah, he did make a video. I mean, for you guys, for the sake of this channel, I'll watch a video like every 3 weeks, and I think I made this reference before, and it's so true. If you ever watch a soap opera, I used to watch soap operas with my grandma. You could watch like General Hospital, and if you like knew all the characters and stuff, and then you could like walk away from it for like 6 months, and you come back and watch one episode and catch yourself up on the last 6 months. That's what Lou is to me. I could watch him. He says the same stuff. Somebody's saying, Dan, how do you know? Now, are you saying Darren or are you saying Dan? Oh, Dan. Oh, Microsoft will buy Activision. I thought they were. I thought Microsoft did buy Activision. I know there was talk that play was going to like die, but I thought they were. So let's talk about something else that I want to talk about that's I think is pretty interesting. And let's get into. Do I got some GME holders in here? Even if you own 4 shares, you're still a GME guy or gal. One thing that I've been making notes on about GME is, I don't know if I have them here. I'm going to try to find them real quick. Is Ryan Cohen's kind of been popping up lately. And if you guys have kind of seen that, there we go. Nice. GME has 304 million. Let's just say 305 million. Oh, let's say 304. 304.53 million. So my example, 304 million outstanding shares. And last I checked, they have $909 million in cash from selling shares on the run up for issuing, for, as people would say, dilution. For dilution purposes. My thing is with GME, and this is with all these guys, we need to start sending kill shots, and these CEOs need to start doing their thing. And Ryan Cohen, he looks very comfortable with what he's doing, and he needs to start sending kill shots. I'm hoping that a kill shot is coming on December 7th. And my thought is, and I would like everybody to kind of like start just tweeting about it and talking about it, is give us a dividend. Not splits and splividends and all that shit, because I've said this before, when they were going to do that splividend, I was like, oh, these guys are they're not going to give us 3 shares for 1 share. They're just going to split it. It's going to look the same in our account, and it's not going to do anything. But GameStop's not that stupid. They obviously have a plan B to this plan A if this happens. Well, guess what? It looks like GameStop is that stupid. And it's like, how is some dude who's been trading for 6 years in Philadelphia, who makes videos in his freaking basement, figuring this out, and some billionaire doesn't realize what the hell's going to happen? I mean, don't ever insult your intelligence, guys. We're smarter than a lot of people. We are smarter than a lot of people. And you know why we're smart? Because you know what makes us smart? We're losing our fucking money. And when we lose our money, that's the best education you're ever going to get. Take it from me. When I was down $100,000 about 5 years ago, oh baby, that was a cheap education in the stock market. Now I know everything. Or if I don't know everything, I'm always learning. We've lost our money. Now we're dangerous. So let me do this example. So Ryan Cohen could essentially give us $1 dividend per our shares and still have like $600 million left. It was 304 million outstanding shares. You got 909 million outstanding. I mean, he could technically even do $2. That would kill it. That would murder anybody that was short on this stock. And then not murder them, just really just punch them in the stomach really, really hard and force them to give us money. Maybe even press the issue on the CBDC. Maybe they're going to have to issue it quicker than they want to, quicker than their nefarious plans. I'm telling you, man, the only issue I have with the GameStop people is people are too busy cheering for Ryan Cohen. And, he sends us ice cream cones, emojis, and cutesy stuff. And they give him cutesy little interviews with the gamer community. Fuck that, man. We need to do more. And the CEOs, I know we talk about Adam Aaron all the time. Adam Aaron's doing way more than Ryan Cohen. Way more. So it's a very simple plan. We don't have to do the 304 and 999. Just say this. There's 300 million outstanding. They have $900 million sitting in a piggy bank that they made off of our back. Give us a $2 dividend. Give us $1 dividend. If there are 10 billion synthetic shares or 3 billion synthetic shares of GME, well, baby, they're going to have to pay. And that's a good punch in the stomach. And then we get some money. And you know what we do with that money? We pump it right back into our stock. We buy more GME. I mean, it's an easy plan. It's an easy plan. I don't know. You guys tell me you agree with me. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I honestly, it's open to discussion. That's why I'm talking about it. But if you can make these shorts and these hedge funds that are just bleeding with money, like they either don't have it, they're borrowing it, they're selling people's money in their pension funds. If you send a kill shot to them that they need to just spend an extra 8 billion that they weren't planning on and then put it in our pockets, and then we get to either sit on it, reinvest it. A lot of places, for people that kind of keep their accounts flat, there's already like a button you could choose to just like reinvest your dividends. I mean, there's going to be automatic buys. If GME gave us, let's say you have 1,000 shares, well, you get $1,000 because he just gave you $1 dividend. They reinvest that $1,000 because you already checked the box inside your brokerage because you don't check it every day, and that reinvests and buys shares in the open market. That would be something, and I don't get it. I don't know if any of this will squeeze. I feel like all YouTubers are paid to make us lose money in this shit. Well, I'm not here to tell you to buy or sell. I don't think I'm popular enough. And Ovi, I get what you're saying, but if you saw how much I get paid to make videos, I mean, it's a joke. I mean, right now it's a public service and a hobby. You better be getting like 10,000, 12,000 views on your videos to even like say like, wow, I actually made some money. But I think you have to get like 50,000 views and have sponsors behind you. Because listen, I wanted to figure it out. I'll be the first to tell you about how much YouTubers make and all that funny business. They don't, like me personally, look at my views. I get like 3,000 at most. I get like 2,000 to 3,000 views on my videos. And I know I just started. But you don't make a lot of money. There's not, I mean, it's not something that like I'm not quitting my job over this. So if anybody thinks that YouTubers are doing anything nefarious, well, that's not me. And Mr. Simon, I appreciate it. Yes, I am a true bro. I am a bro. And what do I tell you? I tell you guys all the time from the beginning or from the jump. From the beginning, I always said, I'm going to make videos. I'm going to do a live stream, and I'm always going to be on camera because I want you guys to see me, because that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off with other people. So if you don't do a live stream, I don't trust you. If you're not on camera, I don't trust you. And you can do videos all day. But if you don't do those kind of things, and who's, Mr. Simon, you will back me up, who's the motherfucker who told you guys that Moo was a Chinese brokerage? Who told you guys that? I told you. I said that 2 months ago. I said, fuck these guys that are pushing Moo on you. These little kids, these little pricks. It's a Chinese brokerage. You are pumping money to the People's Republic of China. If you're in Moo right now, guys, get the hell out, because you didn't buy any stock. You didn't buy any stock, and when shit hits the fan, they're gonna take that money from you real quick. I sold AMC to buy 8. Moo is the best. What are you talking about? Now, is this really Andrew Tate? That would be awesome. That would be awesome if Andrew Tate actually was on my feed. Andrew, want to come on the show, dude? Talk to me, brother, because you are the man. You crack me up. Oh, man. Too funny. If you guys are watching Andrew Tate, he's a pretty interesting fellow. Pretty interesting guy. And honestly, if people find him offensive, no, he's just brutally honest. Just brutally honest. So, Andrew, if that really is you in the chat right now, much love, brother. Much love. Dude, it's all right. So Andrew, Mumu is a Chinese brokerage, dude. It's a communist country. I don't know what to tell you otherwise. I'm just looking out for everybody's money. But listen, Vanguard turned off the buy button yesterday on Cosmos. Did you guys know that? That Cosmos was ripping. Let me bring their chart up here. Here we go. There's Cos. This was ripping yesterday and up in like the 84 cents range. Vanguard turned the buy button off. And look what happened at open today. They ripped it all the way down to they ripped it all the way down to 53 cents. 53 cents. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I would blow up. If I had Andrew Tate on my show, I would blow up. So Andrew, if this is really you, man, DM me on Twitter. Cause dude, much love, man. Hook a brother up. That'd be funny. My son would definitely think I was a boss if I was hanging out with Andrew Tate or having a chat with him. But your take on Coinbase, next one going under if winner takes all. Yeah, I mean, I would be leery of all crypto right now. Not crypto in a sense of crypto, like get your stuff on a cold wallet. That's my advice. So you can go to Best Buy. I think you can buy a cold wallet for like $80. I can't imagine it's too fake share, fake Andrew. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It's just funny, G Immortal. I don't really take seriously who's in these chats with their names and stuff like that, but it's all good. But you guys didn't really have much to say about GME and what I was talking about. I'm actually surprised, and I'm not saying I'm a genius or anything. It's not. I actually think it's so freaking easy. I mean, GameStop would lose $300 million if they gave us $1 dividend. They'd still have $600 million in cash. And when this thing squeezes, they are going to be a juggernaut because they have shares to sell and they can sell at the peak. Ed's saying, how is it even a fair market? Price goes up, they take away the buy or sell button. Give retailers a button also when we're losing money. We can press. Yeah, Ed, I'm with you. Like this market is not fair. So my only thought is something is coming, like, and kind of quick. I don't think they're going to let anything squeeze right now until they fix the problem. And I think that's a CBDC thing. I think, and I've said this to my friends, I said, listen, and you guys are my friends too, so I'll talk to you the same way. And that's how I talk to you. That's why I started a YouTube channel. You don't understand how much time I've spent on the phone talking to my buddies about this stuff. And I'm like, I should just go on here and just film myself talking this nonsense that comes out of my mouth. They need to resolve this. I don't think buying any other stock besides AMC and GME and maybe some of these memes, maybe it's BB, all these heavily shorted, but really all eyes right now are on AMC and GME. All eyes. So if they're going to fix two things and they only have the money to fix two things, they're going to fix the AMC GME. And everyone else is going to burn. Everyone else is going to burn. So if you're in GTII and you're like, well, I'm heavily shorted and, there's this much and the CEO is going to give us a coin. I think they're just going to burn everybody else. They're not going to be able to fix every problem. But look at the attention. And I say media, but screw media. We're media. I'm the media. We are the media. Stock Mafia, people in these chats. We are the media. You guys think that you're not contributing, but you are. I got a big mouth, so I'm happy to come out here. I kind of like a fight, honestly. And Mr. Simon says, what if I eat 2 donuts? Dude, I better stop because I stopped playing baseball in September, and I feel like I am 2 donuts away from a heart attack. I got to hit the gym more. All I've been doing is just laying around and being sick. I've had like 3 colds in the past like 2 months. It's what happens when you have a well, she just turned 4. When the kids come home from daycare, man, oh my god, it's like booger city. They get everybody sick. Everybody sick. So Afe Gorilla, I don't did I answer your question on Coinbase? I think Coinbase is probably a decent platform, but I think something's gonna happen where everything just like the slate gets cleared and we find out because what could happen is Coinbase could be selling you Bitcoin that say FTX said that they had to give them if the person sold. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of like in the crypto world and even in the stock world, like I got you kind of shit. Like I got you. Like, oh, Mr. Simon just bought 2,000 shares of AMC on Fidelity, and Fidelity calls up, the market maker and says, "Do you guys have it?" And they say, "I got you. I got you." You know, I don't think Moo does that. So, but like I said, and I will get into it because I got sidetracked by an Andrew Tate fake. I'll wait for his DM on Twitter to verify him. That's a great thing about Twitter. You don't have to take anybody's word for it on YouTube. Just be like, dude, just DM me on Twitter and you can come on the show. That'll be so much fun. I lost my train of thought. But my whole point is it's just trying to come to some realization like crypto and the stock market. It's all these I got yous and Robinhood is I got you. Like they sold us stuff and then Citadel said, yeah, we have it. And then when push came to shove, they didn't have it. They didn't have the stock. So yeah, Billy, I hold GME, I hold AMC. Those are my biggest positions. That's what this channel is. I mean, if you guys understand anything about web and keywords, yeah, this channel in writing is AMC Stock Mafia, but this is Stock Mafia. When this AMC play is over, this is Stock Mafia. We are part of the mafia, baby. We're going to take over. You watch. We got this. We got this. Someone in the afternoon will open his mouth and then swallow the market to his dippy throat. I don't know. I don't know what that meant. Sometimes I don't know what that meant. That could be a bust on me or just something else. I have no idea. All right, we're still kicking. We're almost at an hour. I didn't think I'd last an hour today. So let me see what else I want to talk about today. Yes, we got into the Ryan Cohen stuff. We got into the dividend. My idea about that. We got into CBDCs. I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. Yeah, we talk about like YouTubers and stuff, and I've said from the beginning, you should watch everybody, but then be selective. So pick people that you like, pick people that you trust. And I've said 100 times over, I keep saying it that anybody just rolls into this stream. If you're not on camera, I don't trust you. So if you're not on camera, I don't trust you. And then you just pass all these big opinions and act like you're a tough guy. And that's the one thing too. Like sometimes Al comes off like he's some tough guy, and then he closes his comments because somebody hurt his feelings. My God, you know what shit people say to me? They're like, dude, with a head like that, you should wear a hat. See, I listened, right? I don't know. I think that stuff's funny. Whatever. You can come at me. I don't care. I'm gonna come at you. So it's gonna happen the way it is. Yeah, I'm thinking of actually changing my platform a little bit. In terms of like making the videos, you guys I would love to hear what you have to say, Mr. Simon. I know you and I talk a bunch. And Mr. Simon loves this. All right, so listen, Lou, I'm very concerned about Lou, guys. Lou is two donuts away from a heart attack. We got to tell Lou, like, go into his chat and just say, Lou, please, no more donuts. No more. Come on, be safe. No more donuts. I was just thinking what I was trying to say was I'm thinking of changing my platform and actually just doing my videos live and maybe like doing like going like live for like 20 minutes. Um, and just kind of talking about what I want to talk about and, taking your feedback. And then, if things roll, they roll. And if they don't, they don't. But I'll always keep the Wednesday 10 to 12. So, because I appreciate everybody that's kind of been loyal to me during this time. So, you know, I'll do that as long as I possibly can. Spencer 360. Some YouTubers are just too hype. Every video, the AMC. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what? So I'll give you guys, for those of you that are new, and I always forget this. It's probably my detriment. Just like the video and subscribe for me, it's just to help people find me. That's it. It's more clicks are better. I think my message is good. I think what I have to say, I don't hype things up. I'm just as depressed as you guys with this shit. I really am. I mean, let's find Ape again. I mean, my God, look at Ape. Where's AMC? Is AMC doing anything today? I don't even. That's the funny thing too, is I don't even check anymore. I like came on to this. I almost hit live, and I didn't even know what the prices of the stocks were. I didn't even know. I had no idea. I was like, I don't know. I was like, who cares? It didn't rip. If it ripped, I'm telling you, my friends would be blowing up my phone. Like, just my phone would have smoke. I don't need to set alerts. I have enough friends that would be like, dude, what the fuck? That's what I would be getting on my text. So I don't set any alerts. My friends of mine are like, dude, what? I'm like, all right, I got you. Ronnie Smith. I don't know who. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Lou has been banned. Hasn't made a video in 5 days. Has he been banned, or is he running? Is he on the run? Lou's on the run. Lou's on the run. How about that? Man, I never thought I'd be singing on my channel. Oh man, Lou hasn't made a video in 5 days. That's so funny. And he's gonna come on and be like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" I'm in a broom closet eating donuts. um, oh man. Listen, Lou has pushed this cause on everybody. He's pushed this GTI on everybody. He's told everybody to sell AMC. He's told everybody that Ape was bullshit. And his explanation of why Ape was bullshit, you ready for it? Get ready. Everybody get your notes. If you watch Lou, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. Ape's AMC, AMC is Ape, Ape is AMC, AMC is Ape, Ape AMC, AMC is Ape. If Ape's AMC, Ape's not AMC, what's Ape? Right? Did I do it right? That was his TA. Follow the chart, Ape's AMC, what's Ape? Popcorn fucked us. All right. You don't have to watch this video now. I just filled you in. Now it says, dude, the Matt Kors fanny pack is funny as heck, man. It's funny. It is so funny. And Bigums plays it every time. I want to hang out with Bigums. I don't know if he likes me because he just hates all YouTubers. He's just angry. But I want to hang out with Bigums because he makes me laugh. He makes me laugh, man. Oh, GTII is up. Weeble doesn't show it. It shows some other, you can actually see it on my screen. It shows some other symbol. Let me see. I check everything on my phone, as you guys probably are the same way. Like, your phone is your life. Has anybody, please, you got to put this in the comments. Does your wife like yell at you about like being on your phone all the time? Anybody? And then when I say wife, even husband. I know there's some women on this channel here. GTII. Oh, GTII. Yeah, but GTII is up 13% to $1.08. That shit was like $5. Lou was telling you to buy it even when it was at 3. So I know there's some people buried in that one. Somebody saying hi to Carl. I don't even know where Carl is. When you say the big guy, we're talking about Biden. Kim saying Red Pill Bill is cool. I tried giving Red Pill Bill a chance, but I gotta be honest. Patty's not getting yelled at. Patty's in her house. She's like, "Nobody gonna tell me to put down my phone." Patty's rolling her riches all by herself. Good for you, Patty. Good for you. My wife will say, "How's your lover?" She calls my phone my lover. And I said, "Trust me, I want to throw this thing in the freaking ocean. I am so tired of reading about AMC and GME and the world demise." Oh, you want to get another reason why I think the CBDC is coming? I think the United States government is looking for a reason because it's always the blame game, right, guys? It's always the blame game. Don't you think it's kind of funny that these videos about China and the lockdowns are all starting to surface into Twitter? Do you know that they actually have? I found this out because I watch a news channel on YouTube, and it's pretty accurate actually. And they found out that China has like 500 protests a day, daily, like throughout their country. That's like a thing that they do. So protesting there is not really, as long as it's like peaceful. So now that the news is covering like all this China stuff, I'm almost like when our media starts making that their story, they have an agenda, because all mass media does to us is lie. All they do is lie. They've proven it. So Ronnie's saying his wife doesn't really like him being on his phone, but also it's for the greater good of our family. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah, I say the same thing to everybody. My father, my sister. I say the same thing. I say, listen, this is bigger than anything you could ever think of. And everybody just rolls your eyes when you say that to them. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, whatever you think is big, it's bigger. For those that are in, Ronnie's telling me to watch Red Pill Bill. I'm going to be the first. I'm not going to bust on the guy. I watched him, but the first thing he told me when I was going on there, he gave me his Cash App link. And I was like, dude, like, come on. Like, I don't know. I think that's not a bro move. That's not a bro move. And I'm not one of these guys that says I'm a bro, he's a bro, but that's like, I don't know. I don't want to call him a name, so I'll just say bro. That's not a move. Don't do that. Don't. If people want to give you money, let them give it to you. Don't do that. Don't give them your Cash App. Everybody knows. Listen, everybody knows that there's work that comes into like doing stuff like this, but there's also a benefit. I said the other day, I was like, I feel like I have my own TV show. It's kind of wild. And it would, if any of you ever got into this, and I know I have the gift of gab, so I get it. So I think what it's trained me to do this is being a school teacher. When you're a school teacher, you learn to just talk in front of people all day long. You do it for 10 years. It's like nothing. I could make a speech in front of like a full football stadium and not even have a sweat because you're just used to talking to people all the time. All these, Mr. Simon's saying all these nations of the world are playing 3D chess. They're at war, but not a ground battle war. China has lockdowns to F the US. If China doesn't produce, we cannot consume. Mr. Simon, you are right on the fucking money, man. You are right there with me. We are totally in the same page. And so think about this. So China is messing with the US. So they want to say like, oh, we can't manufacture your products because this, that, and the other. We're going to have to pay our people more. So they come back at Apple and say, you got to pay us more. And then Apple says, oh, we have a shortage. We're going to have to raise prices, hyperinflation or inflation. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a game, guys, a game. Ronnie GTII 16%, but we are still not at that all-time high. Remember, Lou said GTII was going to 100. Think we're ever going to see that? Ever going to see that? I don't know, man. James Rowland 17 has some good TA on GME and AMC and other memes. Okay, I'll check him out. Patty, I don't like. I mean, not that you care, but I think I might have said this. Does he just read charts? Because if he reads charts, I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I mean, when you start doing the chart stuff, you lost me. You got to bring some sort of personality. You got to say something. Say a couple curse words or something. I have to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Wondering which crooked politicians have been by Kenny Boyer doing everything to keep an investigation against him. Well, Robert, let's be honest. He owns all of them. The same way that SBF, Samuel Brinkman, Fried, the same reason that he's not been arrested. I think he's in New York today. There's a big event. Dude, if I had the money, I would go to that place. Oh my God. Like, that's what kills me. Like, I think about it and go, man, if I had gone on YouTube and say I was making like money, I would drop that $2,400 and go to that event. I think Ken Griffin's going to be there. Vladimir Zelensky's going to be there. SBF's going to be there. There are so many. Like, you probably have to go through 7,000 metal detectors and be shaken upside down by your ankles to get into that event. There's like world leaders. Look, that's pretty interesting. Oh, somebody's calling me here. My daughter. Hold on. I'm not going to answer it. No, he's not my guy. Thanks, Patty. You saved my life. I like TA. I like technical analysis, but you can't do TA in this market. So I'm not going to sit there and say that a channel isn't a good channel. It's a great channel if you want to learn, but you're not going to learn in this market. This is not real. This is not real. This chart right here, where it gets shorted to its oblivion, and now it's going to sit between, I'm looking at APE right now. Now it's going to sit between 95 or 94 cents and 96 cents. And look at the line. It just goes right across. It's going to flatline all day. Nah, that's not real. I mean, what's Tesla doing? Same. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just not real. Look at the other stuff here. I always and I've told, if you're new to this, but I always like to just kind of like reiterate, keep watching the blue chips. That's a great indicator of what's going to go down. And maybe it's a slow bleed for them. But look at Apple. Apple's doing a little bit of a slow bleed. I mean, yesterday it was at 144. Is this today? Yeah, today it hit 142. I mean, it's down. At 140. Let me see, where's 146? Yeah, Apple is going down. And it's not the type of bleed where it's a panic. So it's not sitting at 153 and going to 140 because everybody would freak out. But look, it was at 153 15 days ago. And now we're sitting in the 141 range. This is all orchestrated, guys. They are slowly selling off positions. They're slowly selling off their positions because they need cash. Yeah, and Mr. Timon said, and this is perfectly well put. There's a time when you trade based on technicals, but right now I think you should trade based on what's going on in the world. Yeah, so that's kind of like part of my rule book. I don't buy anything I don't understand or I don't want, and I will buy something today and hold it forever, but sell it tomorrow. And also know your environment. So what's the environment right now? So are you buying in a bullish market? Are you buying in a bearish market? Are you buying in some world corrupt market? Are you buying in a Trump market where every time he said we're putting a tariff on China, certain stocks would plummet, and then he would almost like come back on the news within like a couple hours and go, "I was just kidding." He wouldn't say just kidding, but he would somehow phrase it that it was just kidding, and then the stock would come up. And I said, I've told you guys this before. I made a lot of money with him talking because he'd say something. We're like, "Oh, buy that dip." Buy that dip on him saying all this, like, because he has tough words. And then they come back to him like, yeah, you really can't. You're not going to be able to pull that off. You might be able to step back a little bit. And he comes back, steps back, makes a little other speech, and the market recovers a little bit. If Apple removes the Twitter app, it's put time for sure. That would be amazing if that happened. But that ain't gonna happen. Do you think, Patty? You think do you think that's gonna happen? That talk about. I mean, I don't know, guys. You know, are we close to a revolution in this country? I mean, is it getting there? Kind of, it's scary, but who's fighting anybody? Like, I know Mr. Simon's out in California. I'm not fighting him. So if we split the country in half, west versus east, I'm meeting him at the border. We're getting our guns and we're gonna go shoot somebody else. I mean, come on, man. If I were the 1% right now, I'd be very, very scared because people are not happy. People are not happy. So you better get your CBDC, your money printer, or whatever the hell you want. You better start paying people and you better start giving people their money and cut this shit out. Because the 99% are coming for you. That's it, man. That is it. People says it's not Adam Aaron to help cause a squeeze, but holy cow. How can not do a thing when Ape is down 90%? And he says he holds a lot of shares. Yeah, like I said before, I try to just, Robert, I'm with you. I just try to just take the positive with the Adam Aaron stuff because, and let me tell you why I take the positive, because I have no choice. If I had Adam Aaron in a room, I would shake him and be like, I don't care about legal this and legal that. Get something done. Get something done. Same thing with Ryan Cohen. Get something done. You keep talking about like your dad, and you do things for your dad. And I get it. I've had loved ones. We've all lost loved ones. So he's not the only person that's ever had somebody that's close to them that he's lost. So I'm not being unempathetic, but like I got it. Like your dad was your hero. Like most people's fathers are or were. Get it done, dude. Get it done. You can do so much more. And both the CEOs aren't doing shit. We're doing everything. We're buying the sweatshirts. We're giving them the ideas to put UFC events in movie theaters. We're going to GameStop and buying their toys when that business model is a relic. It is. It's old. And they say they're making changes, but what has GameStop really done? What has GameStop really done? They have not turned around anything. This NFT marketplace, where is it? What is it doing? So I'll question everything. And Mr. Johnny London says they should be swinging from lampposts in the streets. Oh, yes, I understand that. I'm not going to describe that for anybody, but I feel you, Mr. London. I feel you. That's the one thing. I don't feel like I can say things like voice them, but I can read your comments and maybe agree with you on a lot of things. Yeah, and I've said this before. If you're new to coming in here today, when I talked about these CBDCs, I really do believe that they want to fix the this financial issue, but the rich don't want to give up their money to pay for the problem. It's the same way if you remember the London Metal Exchange story where the Chinese billionaire, he got short squeezed and lost his ass and he owed like $100 billion and he says, I'm not paying it. And they're like, what do you mean? They're like, he says, I'm not paying. They're like, what are you going to pay? He's like, I'll pay 50 billion. Oh, okay. So they went back to all the people that made a ton of money and said, we're not going to give you the $100,000 per share squeeze that we promised or what you earned or what the market says it was worth. We're only going to pay you up to 50,000 a share. And it was like, that was it. They were done. So I'm sure that's coming our way. I'm sure they're gonna cap this and say they're gonna see where this takes off and they will halt it and they will say this is your pay, take it or leave it. And like I said before to everybody, you can take it, but we'll never forget, and do the right thing with it, and vote for me for state senator. I think I would be good in that role, to be honest with you. Be kind of funny. But no, maybe some people that have a the opportunity to run for office and get in there and do the right thing, then that's what should happen. Do we have any idea what value CBC dollars will have? Well, it'll just be $1. So that is a good question, Billy. So Billy's saying, like, what if they screw us and $1 US is 1,000 CBDC? That's not going to happen, not in the short run. Because let me explain this to you, because I think about this from a personal standpoint. A lot of my shares, actually half of my position in GME and AMC, are in my 401k, my IRA, or my IRA. I shouldn't say 401k. I have an IRA. And I self-manage that. So I buy and sell stock within my IRA. You can't put a CBDC that says you have to spend it within 60 days in my IRA. It's in my IRA. I'm going to take that out when I'm 64. So are you going to devalue it? Well, there's a really good chance that I'm going to take whatever's in my IRA, if it's 100,000 CBDC dollars, and I'm going to buy stock with it. What's up, Anthony? So you understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't be too concerned about the CBDC in the short run. Honestly, let's just get paid first. Let's get paid. I said in my video yesterday, like, let's get paid and do good with what we have. You're going to go out and buy Lamborghinis and snort cocaine off strippers' butts. You're really not helping out the cause. I mean, I'm just saying, you're not. So, Patty, don't do that. I mean, it's just, if you're going to go do this, if you're not helping out the cause, if you're going to go out and buy a Batmobile and run around in your Batman costume, you hear me, Anthony? If you're going to go out and buy a Batmobile, Anthony, you realize that, it's so funny. I made a joke that I was going to start a Discord of people buying Batmobiles. And you know, when people like, ripped on me and said, you a-hole, you're just like every YouTuber charging money for Discords. Like, it was a joke. I think I put like 1,000 laughs on there. Like, everybody is so quick to be like, you super chatting, Discord charging. See, Patty, you and I can hang out because Patty thought that was funny. Oh, man. But, I just think be smart with your money. Good. The CBDC, what are we good about it is if anybody has any debt, pay your debt off with it quick. So if they try to devalue it, just get debt free. When you're debt free, it's a marvelous thing. So, and then you just kind of can worry about what you want. I mean, and debt free meaning like imagine everybody just owned their house. So that's most people's biggest expense is their home. Now listen, you're still gonna have to pay taxes. So you go buy $1 million house, you're still gonna have to pay taxes. That doesn't go away. And sometimes a third of your mortgage payment is your tax bill. So if you have a $3,000 mortgage, 1,000 of that is taxes. And I'm talking if you bought a house that's in that's like a $500,000 house, I think. And where's Baldo? Dude, we are all down. So I know that doesn't make you feel good, but we are all down. So yeah, you don't have to go rolling into your brokerage account. I'm in the same spot you guys are in, down big times. So Uncle Frank, see, does anybody kind of feel like Uncle Frank regrets associating with Al? I kind of do. I feel like Uncle Frank's like, oh shit, I really shouldn't have. It's like I know Al got me a lot of followers, but how do I break up with this guy? Albert Amato, he says Uncle Frank says we fix it by T0. That's a good thing. 13 filings of short positions. Oh yes, the 13K, that's what that is? No payment for order flow. Close all bankrupt stocks. Yeah, like close the Sears and the Toys R Us's. That's just nonsense what they do there. You know why they keep those open? So they don't have to pay taxes on their gains. Isn't that wild? That is really wild. Oh man. And G Mortal is saying, so I'll go with the Albert. So all those things that get rid of dark pools. I don't care that institutions change the price of a stock. I don't care. Like, then buy smaller positions. Play by the same rules. Play by the same rules. That's how I view it. Just play by the same rules. AMC FTDs are near June levels. We should run if Papa Pal is at least bullish today. Patty, I love you. That would be awesome. I love positive news. I know it sounds like now I'm like YouTuber pumper, pump this. I love hopium. Why not? There's enough negative. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I get depressed. Like I thought the 22nd, I thought something was coming November 22nd. And I know I kind of put that in your ear. So I apologize. Like I said before, I always come on here and say I'm wrong. Here is I was wrong about November 22nd. And you're like, well, what were you wrong about? I don't know what I was wrong about. I was wrong about some stupid riddle clue that Adam Aaron puts in his tweets. Now, if you follow this gentleman, I don't know his Twitter handle, let's find him. I actually wanted to, I've been asking him, and actually he started talking to me. So I've been asking him to come on the show. And I love how I say come on the show. I have no idea how to do that. So that's actually kind of funny. Like, yo, come on my show. I'll send you a link. I have no idea how to do that, but I'll figure it out. See if I can find them. All right. Lots of crap. There's my boy, Donahue George. Oh, man. Eventually, let me see if I can find one. There he is. Guardian 10082. So check him out on Twitter. I'm giving him free advertisement here. Check him out on Twitter. He's always trying to actually make him bigger here. He's always trying to figure out what Adam Aaron is saying. Oh, this is what he said last night. Partnership. Taking a picture of Tom Cruise. Interesting. But he's big on Elon Musk having something to do with getting us out of our predicament that we're in, and we call that a predicament, financial predicament. And then he's big into like just seeing like stuff like weird stuff that Adam Aaron puts in his tweets. Like Adam Aaron put this thing in his URL last night. It says cat 18-14, and somehow if you clicked on it, and it didn't work for me, but I just trust them. It sent you to like some meow mix, and everybody's like, that means pounce. I'm like, oh my God, like I get it, but it's like we really are grasping. We're grasping here. Sorry, in order for me to stay here, I have to drink all this water. All right, cool. We're in business. All right. So I don't know who you guys follow this guy on Twitter at all? So yeah, Powell's going on at 1:30 today. I don't know if he's going on. I don't know if he's like doing something official, but he's talking. Billy thinks Powell's going to bring some pain. Inflation is still too high, and that is the number one concern. Yeah, I saw something last night. It was pretty interesting. I didn't know this, but this person said it. They were talking about how Powell doesn't like Ken Griffin has no influence on the Fed, which I was like, well, that's nice. Seems like he has influence on everybody else. So Powell's going to do what he needs to do for inflation. So let's see. Albert saying bank fees, forced home insurance, property taxes rolled into standard mortgage, paying cash, you save a lot. Yeah. Well, listen, cash is king, man. And CBDC is cash. What they can do to that down the line, they start tracking our money and telling us where we can spend it. Well, that's some Hunger Games stuff, guys. That's revolution. So let's just put it this way. I don't know how you feel about guns, but don't give them up, because the only reason that we haven't been invaded or controlled is because we all have them and they don't know where they are. And I know that bad things happen at schools. And personally, from a teacher's perspective, I don't understand why schools don't have metal detectors. And they should go through security, because when I worked in the inner city, in the poor communities, we go through metal detectors. So why can't the suburban kids go through metal detectors? That's ridiculous. Patty says 13:30, which I say 1:30 Eastern time. Patty, are you in Great Britain? Did you tell me that? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, look, and now we have somebody who's told me I can find a hot girl. See you later. Hey, you're getting popular when people start trying to sell you sex in your chat. Close, yeah. Great Britain, Colorado, tomato. It's the same thing. All right. Check out Devil's Stockbroker. He's TA mostly, but he does other DD on BBIG and AMC. All right. We'll do that. But yeah, you guys, nobody really even said anything like about this. I guess you guys don't care about this riddle stuff. Like this stuff, I guess I'm more interested in it. Maybe that's why I keep talking about it. Because I'm like, yeah, but this thing gets crazy where he's like, he said 18 minus 1, 49, 4 plus 9. It's like, all right, well, you can make any number work if you're doing that. But, it's all hope, man. It's all hope. We're all just trying to figure it out. Adam Aaron clearly is trying to tell us something in his tweets, but it's it's not exactly black and white to us anyway. Oh. So I'm reading this comment and it says, I'm in Canada, no guns, but I will have a nifty utility belt soon. And I literally said, I was going to ready to say this, I was going to go, oh, you should talk to Anthony about that. And then I look up and it's Anthony that has the statement, Mr. Batmobile. Anthony, you should change your profile name to Anthony the Batmobile Noble. You will be recognized. You will go viral. Every chat you go in, everybody will know exactly who you are. So if you don't know Anthony, Anthony's the first one that said that he was going to buy a Batmobile once this thing squeezed. If TikTok, aka China, takes a dive, BBIG might become king. All right. Does BBIG have a TikTok app? I know nothing about BBIG. Nothing. Like I said this from my first stream. I am for the stock market right now. I'm for shit. I'm for nothing. I know nothing except AMC and GameStop, and maybe a little bit about Bed Bath and Beyond, which now has kind of as time passes, I'm getting away from that too. I never bought any of it, but I was following what Cohen was up to, and then that guy jumped off the building, and I was like, "Uh-oh, look out!" That's what I've been saying. I've been saying my stock price goes up when I see jumpers. I'm always looking for jumpers. That's a catalyst. Let's see what else is going on in what the heck? Is it snowing in New York? Or is that in London? Interesting. I hate snow, guys. I hate it. Yeah, if it starts snowing, I'll be streaming 24/7. So if you know that I'm streaming for 3 straight days, it's because there's snow outside. And I want to avoid it at all costs. I hate it. This girl, if you follow her, Crystal Ball, I'll give you guys to follow on Twitter. She's really starting to dig on people. She's pissed off, man. She is pissed off. Yes, G. Kelly, the jumper index. The jumper index today is at 0. We do see some potential jumpers. We don't want to put any time frame on it. But and I will know. I'll find out. I think I'm a half-hour train ride from Manhattan. New York City does not intimidate me. Big surprise, right? Darren, you're a pain in the ass. I don't think you get intimidated by much. But I used to be a sales rep, and that was part of my territory. So I used to get in there. So Manhattan is just a bunch of people just sticking their chests out and saying, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. So Mr. Simon is saying, teacher, this is how I think we can avoid guns, shootings at schools. Have only one entry? Yep. Have metal detectors? Yep. And security guards. And guess what, Mr. Simon? You just described the Philadelphia school district. That's exactly, you really can only get in there's 2 entrances, depending on how big the school is. So I've worked at some of these high schools, and some of these high schools are 200 years old. They're amazing. They're made out of marble. I'm telling you, and you think you're all right, made out of marble. No, I'm telling you, they have marble staircases. They look like castles. They're beautiful. They're run down, but it'd be a shame to get rid of them. But they have 2 entrances or 1 entrance, and kids go through metal detectors, throw their backpack on the thing. You don't see any shootings. And listen, my kids would say to me, they would say, Mr. Sunday, how come? And they were pretty much 99% African American. And they'd say, Mr. Sunday, how come those white kids always be shooting each other? And I'd be like, because they won't come shooting in here. You guys are probably packing already. And they're like, yeah, that's true. That's true. But oh, Patty used to work in Manhattan and live there also. Yeah, it's a different world there, right, Patty? It's like its own country. Would you agree with me? Yeah, if you're not familiar with New York City, it's like its own country. It's like a different place. So I get why people love it because it's just if you love it, you love it. Because it's like no other place you've ever been in the United States. It literally is its own. Like New York City should actually just be called. It's like it's its own state. And I think a lot of people do when they think of New York, all they think about is New York City. And New York is actually one of the most rural states we have in terms of like farms and but then you have Manhattan and it's like it's a different animal. But for some people, I think Manhattan, especially if you live, I think for some people it wears on you. I think it's a good place to be when you're younger. I don't know about like raising a family there, but what do I know? Oh, Robert, I've been to Javits Center a bunch of times. What were you there for? What conference were they doing this time? I think that's where SBF is going to be. Let me find out where is he like Samuel. I spelled his name wrong. Our girlfriend went to a dental convention. Yeah, they have like every. I mean, that's like a revolving door that Javits Center for conventions and things like that. I'm trying to find out. Okay, here we go. We're going to find out where Sammy's going to be. I don't see it here. It's probably at the Javits Center. The Deal Book Summit. Let's find out where that is. Deal Book Summit. Okay, so it's going to be at the Lincoln Center in New York City. So it's not the Javits Center. Okay. I thought it was. Everything in New York, any type of big event is always at the Javits Center. But there's probably not a lot of people at this event because I mean $2,400 a ticket. But don't you love how this guy's like literally walking around the United States without handcuffs? So this should put everybody's mind at ease. If Samuel Bankman-Fried is not arrested, right, and he's not in handcuffs because they're afraid that he's going to expose them, do you really think Jeffrey Epstein is dead? Do you really think he's dead? Dude is alive and well. That's how I view it. Because I know this. If somebody was going to kill, if I knew that I had a list that somebody was going to kill me, I say you can do whatever you want to me. You can kill me. But if I'm dead, I've paid about 6 of these guys about $10 million each. And they said, then if I'm dead, they're sending this list to the papers. No, it's easy peasy. And Jeffrey Epstein was not a hedge fund manager. He was a sex trafficker who hid his money in hedge funds. They give that guy way too much credit. Like he was smart. He was a pedophile. Don't get me started, guys. I hate my view on this world. I wish I was still like 12 years old and just like playing with wrestling figures and worrying if Hulk Hogan could beat the Iron Sheik, if he could ever get out of the camel clutch. Those were real problems. But Ronnie, you pulling my chain with the financier shit? I mean, of course he was. So is Paul Pelosi a financier? And he takes his insider trading deal information. He buys stocks. That's how you wash money. You got to wash that money. So if he's running this sex thing, like what's he gonna do? He can't say, "Oh, here, put my money in the bank. I'm doing some sex trafficking." No, he's got to wash it, and he's got to own businesses. And what's the best way to wash money in the United States? You open up a hedge fund. There's no laws. Kenny will help you. You say, "Okay, this is startup cost. You need about $3 billion." Jeff's like, I got it. All right, well, take $1 billion of that and go start paying off politicians. That's your startup costs. And then the other $2 billion, let's start buying some stocks. I mean, that's all I'm saying, Ronnie, and I'm not trying to like say you're wrong, I'm right, but think about it from my perspective. That's how he did it. He was a school teacher. That's how he started off. He was a school teacher. How do you go from being a school teacher to a $1 billion hedge fund manager? He was just washing money. That's how he washed his money. He came out of nowhere. People said like he just showed up and was buying like the most expensive properties in Manhattan. Dude just came out of thin air and was like at all the parties. He was like Pablo Escobar, like trying to like legitimize himself. You want to know how the world works? Like watch The Godfather. Marlon Brando. Remember what he wanted to do? He wanted to make all his sons like politicians and doctors. He didn't want them to be in the family business. Kind of like the way Joe Kennedy ran his thing. So Joe Kennedy the Kennedys still get like a huge portion of not a huge portion. I think they get like a nickel for every bottle of scotch that comes into this country. So, Ronnie, that's funny as shit, man. So Ronnie just goes, well, Darren's a school teacher. Any similarities? You know what, Ronnie? I'm going to kick your ass. Good call. And Ronnie, it's funny when I said that, I thought, oh, shoot. I was like, I'm a school teacher, but I'm not a hedge fund manager. I'm not a hedge fund manager. But, and he was at, I think Epstein was at, he was at like a prep school or something. Not that matters. But he could have made his contacts there. Who the heck knows? I mean, that type of dude, he's been slippery and shady from the jump. So, no, it's crazy. But like I said, I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. If Samuel Bankman-Fried is still walking around and at speaking engagements, I don't think he's dead. Because SBF is like, dude, you can arrest me. You can put me in jail, but I will release everybody's name that is involved in this. So the hedgies might have set him up thinking they were going to use him, but he's using them just as much. But Ronnie, you're a good dude, man. It's so fun. Yeah, like that's the one thing, man. You can pretty much personal level, like if you can pretty much tease me about anything, I can take it. I think it's funny, man. I just think it's hilarious. You don't come on YouTube. I tell my wife the same thing. Like she's like, I don't know how you do this because I tell her some of the stuff that people say to me in the comments, and it's just so rude, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny because I come back at people. I'm pretty quick, so I can get the best of most people with my comments. I find I'm a better texter than to verbalize my stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah. But yeah, the right people, you have enough money, you can go from teacher to hedge fund manager. So you guys are always saying that I'm going to sell out one day. Well, we'll see what happens. If I become a hedge fund manager, I'm definitely selling out. But hey, after post squeeze, we're all going to be hedge fund managers. Change name said, "Catch me if you can." Dude, that movie just I love that movie. That movie's amazing. Pretty amazing. And it's funny we watch a movie and you're like, I love that movie. It's so cool. And like Wolf of Wall Street, you're like, I love that movie. It's so cool. And you're like, you start thinking about it. You're like, the person that in real life is just a dirtbag. Just like what Trey's had the Mr. Wolf of Wall Street on his channel. What a scumbucket. He made Trey pay him like 10 grand to come on, and he said nothing. He said nothing. He's just a scumbucket. Yes, Mr. Simon said, don't be a hedge fund manager, be a hedge fund owner. Touche. Yes, good call. Own them. Real question is, G. Kelly, if you lost big money from SBF and this dude's just walking around, isn't he a target? Not suggesting anything, but it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, I agree with you. That's why I think that's why I put a video. This is a video you guys might be interested in watching. I have Kevin O'Leary on the cover. Him and who else do I have on there with him? Probably Ken Griffin. But my point was Kevin O'Leary said, "Oh, I should never." Once this all went down, he's like, "I made a bad investment." And then the next day he was like, "Oh, I invest in SBF." Well, what the heck flipped in 24 hours? I think maybe they might have given back maybe Tom Brady got his money back and Kevin O'Leary, and they're like, because the rich people, you don't want that's like a billboard for them to come. Like, how come Tom Brady hasn't made a statement about the money he's lost in FTX? What's he going to tell you? He's legally can't say it. I mean, come on. It's pretty interesting. I think the big boys got their money back, and once again, the little guy gets stolen from. So, G. Kelly, I'm in agreement with you that it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, SBF will get snuffed. Now is the right time for them to cause too many eyes on him. Give it time. He will disappear. So Ronnie's saying that they're eventually going to get Samuel Bankman-Fried. Well, I would hope that he would go to this event, he would speak, and then they would just put him in handcuffs. USA is a joke. Our government is a joke. And I don't mean that as this personal opinion. I think internationally, and I would love if we have any international people listening, I would love to hear what you have to say. But from the inside looking in, looking at our government, if I lived in Germany or Great Britain, I would look at the USA and go, they are a joke. Who is running the show there? They look dumb. Listen, our congressmen, our representatives, they're dumb. They don't understand the market. They don't understand financial markets. You hear them talk about it. They don't understand anything. They're stupid. And if they don't want to be stupid, then get smarter because they sound dumb. But Ronnie says SBF is just, he knows too much. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was my whole point with the whole Epstein thing. Is SBF is walking around the streets. You think Epstein is dead? Come on. No way. No way. Dude's too smart, too slippery to just be like, oh, okay, you got me. Let's hang myself. But like I said, I'm looking for my international people. I know they come in every once in a while. And oh, Mr. Simon, I appreciate it. Mr. Simon said he was sharing my videos on StockTwits. And someone's sharing my videos on StockTwits. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you guys, please, that'd be awesome for me because if whatever you can do to help me in terms of the Twitter and all that stuff, it's all good. I think I have a good message. I think the message is the same message that maybe you guys feel as you can see, like this channel is so much more about discussion and how we're feeling, um, and less about like how I'm going to turn around and make you money. We'll get there. I'm not making you promises. I'm going to show you what I've done in the past. And I'm also going to tell you like stock mafia is going to be money mafia one day, because I don't know how I feel about like even talking about the financial markets until they fix them. So people say, well, you can make a lot more money in the stock market than you can real estate. Can you? I know one thing. If I bought a house and I rent it, I could go to that house, open the door, touch it, feel it. That sounded creepy. But at least you have a physical asset. And that's my whole point. And you get rent money, and it comes in every week. I mean, there's stuff you got to deal with, obviously, but this market is so broken and what they're doing. Oh, Ronnie's saying GTII is up 42% now. Ronnie, I'm going to assume that you own some of this, but unless you bought it at 48 cents, I mean, remember GTII was sitting at like $3 for what, a week or two? Problem is, man, like I said with costs, that Cosmos thing, they literally, I know this firsthand because my buddy's involved in them. Vanguard turned off the buy button for that Cosmos stock. So just understand, guys, when you're getting into stuff, they turned the buy button off yesterday when it was in like the 84 cents range and this thing was starting to run. All right, Ronnie. So you're not too heavy into them with the GTII, but so Albert, you kind of agree with me. Albert's saying that maybe my theory of them, paying off, let's say Kevin O'Leary had, $100 million in FTX. Well, give Kevin his money because he's going to come get you, and he's gonna go on the media and he's going to kill you. Same thing. If Tom Brady lost money, give Tom his money. Give Giselle her money, because they probably took enough. And that's why those guys are getting sued, like the Steph Currys, because I don't know what they did wrong. I mean, they probably just paid advertisers. But, it is what it is. But Ronnie says Albert is spot on. See, guys, that's you. I'm totally with you. What's up, Chris? Chris, I saw you. I said hi to you on I saw you on Al from Boston's live. Chris, be straight with me. It's cool. I mean, I am I being too hard on Al? Because you seem to be loyal to loyal follower of Al from Boston. So I'm just curious. I go back and forth with him. So it's like sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, I get mad at him. And the other stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm back on board. But I'm just curious of how you're feeling about him. Because I know you listen. I mean, I know you watch him just because I've seen you in his chats. See, some people don't like Al. Mr. Simon, will you stop it? You like most of the stuff he has to say? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm just curious. That's cool. I do think it's funny though. So, Chris, I don't know if you noticed, but I was in the chat and I posted this 3 times. He was reading straight off of the chat, and I said, "Hey, Al, just giving you like, as family, like we fight, and just wanted to like, and I wanted to see if he'd read it, and he never read it, but he was reading other people's stupid crap, and I just thought, all right, man, like." Whatever. Like it's almost like if somebody puts their hand out and like wants to shake your hand and then they never shake it and you're just sitting there. like I said, I'm not special. Oh, Chris. Yeah. So guys, last night Al was saying like all his stuff is like this is my issue with him. His like theories are so like joyous and with like unicorns and rainbows. Like we're going to hit $1 million a share. I mean, he gets 1,000 quadrillion clicks. We're going to get bought by Disney and it's going to squeeze and we're all going to be rich. That could, another trillion clicks. And then he puts this video that says, I know something. And he puts up on the screen, we're going to be so effing rich because he doesn't want to put his face on the screen. Another trillion clicks. So I'm like, dude, stop. Stop clickbaiting everybody. And then he has this whole theory that Ape is going to be bought for $30 from Disney. I don't know where he got that $30 price target from. Yeah, I don't know why they would do that when it's trading for 95 cents. I mean, I don't know. Like, how does that make any sense? So, Chris, I'm in agreement with you. Honestly, I'm in agreement with you. Mr. Simon, you got blocked from his YouTube for typing first. Dude, you do that to me all the time. I think it's funny. Well, Matt Kors, I don't know. Albert's saying they should sue Matt. Matt's a shyster. There's no other way to put it. And I don't believe his popularity is real. I truly don't. Nobody watches him. I've asked you guys if you watch him. And a lot of you said, like, one guy was like, I watch him sometimes. He has like 350,000 subscribers. They're all bots. Nobody watches him. I think he's a paid, and I think he's easy to read. He's just a douchebag. I'm sorry. He's not somebody I want to hang out with. Chris and I always talk about like who we want to hang out with, right? Like, one of the best things Chris ever said was, he's like, finally somebody, Chris, I think this was you. You said, yeah, this was you. And you said, finally somebody on YouTube I can have a beer with. Like, that's who I am, right? And that doesn't mean I'm like some big drinker or anything, but it's like somebody you can hang out with and talk to. And I'm not hanging out with Matt Kors. He's a dork. I mean, he is. And he doesn't know anything about the market. He doesn't know anything about the market because look at the guests he brings on. He brings on people to teach you about the market. I mean, it's just, I don't like him. So there's where AMC Bigums and I get a crack because when he plays that fanny pack video, that's just too funny. But Chris, you are right. So I'm all about the Disney theory because I think it makes perfect sense. And if you watch my video, I said that it makes perfect sense. The whole Disney thing to me is like, God, can you imagine if Disney did get some sort of partnership with AMC and AMC turned into Chris, you're my man. I got you. Thank you. But to speak on what Chris was talking about the Disney thing, if Disney made a partnership with AMC, they could like make almost like a Disney experience inside the movie theater. Whether it's, like I said, putting statues of Disney characters in there and, spending that type of money where the kids go in there and they take pictures. Got to take advantage of social media and how social media is taken advantage of. You imagine you take personally, like if I were to take my daughter, my little girl, to the movies, and she's still young, like 4, she probably has to be like 5 or 6. And there's a statue in there of Moana or Cinderella or Little Mermaid. And if I was a big Facebook person, or maybe my wife was doing this, she'd take a picture of my daughter and she'd post it and be like, oh, we're going to go see, the new Pixar film and look at my daughter and her picture with Ariel the mermaid. AM's hashtag AMC, right? I mean, it's great advertising. You need more of that. You need more picture opportunities. People like taking pictures. They always have them on their phone. You gotta take advantage of that. And G. Kelly's saying never connected with Matt. Matt the fanny pack. The whole duck thing was unsettling. Yeah, I never understood the duck thing because he sounds like a duck. His voice, I don't. Yeah, I never got. He's like Duck Gang. Has he got? He's gotten away from that. Now it's Moon Gang. I mean, he puts out like a good product, like it's shiny. He's got his toys in the background that are shiny and neon. People said that he got like a $50,000 gig for like FTX, I think paid him or some crypto exchange. And that's why he calls himself Crypto Cores. What a douche. Albert Amato. Let me see. Also, sure, Frank might be annoyed by Al. But Frank, Pete, and Kyle work with him. I think Al's intelligence is genuine, but Al's analysis on it's early. Kenny is listening. We shouldn't be telegraphing. Yeah. You know what? Ken Griffin knows stuff way before we know. So this whole thing about like never telling everybody dates, I think it's just that we give ourselves too much credit. Honestly, we give ourselves too much credit with the dates. These guys know what's coming down. They know. Assidious says later at Stock Mafia, wish you answer some of my questions. Assidious, what did you ask me? I honestly, it's the first time I've actually seen your you pop up on my chat. So ask the question, I'll answer. I'm good. No need to holla. Holla back. I'll holla back. But Chris, you see, that's funny. I don't know if you rolled in, but I was talking about Uncle Frank, and I'm like, I don't know if Uncle Frank is still on board with Al as much as he used to be. But Chris, Al said something to me last night. He always triggers something with me, and maybe it's because it's like maybe it's my own insecurity. But he goes, if you're not in finance, you don't know nothing. It's like, dude, like, and Chris, my when I'm sitting here watching this, I'm going, and Chris, I think you were on when he said that. And I was just like, dude, you don't know shit about business. Like, you don't know how businesses are run. You're just a number cruncher. Like, nothing against nothing, but he doesn't get it. Like, they're 90% profit on ape. I'm not on ape, on popcorn. It's like, yeah, dude, but you got to sell it. And yes, bankroll, I get it. We lost 90% of our ape. Let's just hope. This is my hope on the whole ape thing. Is something's going on in the background? It's going to be better than ever. There's a reason that Adam Aaron didn't sell at $10. Now I don't know why he sold some at $2. That kind of pisses me off, and he didn't answer that, and he should answer for that. Why did you sell at $2? And the company made like $37 million, something like that. Oh, Chris, he did say that. Yeah. He goes, if you don't know finance, you don't know nothing. And I'm like, oh, that's funny because let me guess, you're a finance guy, and that's what Uncle Frank is. So you guys are the smartest guys in the room. And I was like, you don't know business. You don't know business. He just doesn't. He doesn't know business. He doesn't know how to run a business. What happened to, it's funny, guys. This Assidious came in and yelled at me and said I never answer his questions. And then I told him to give me a question. And he never posted. What a dick. All right. You know what we do to dicks? We get rid of them. There we go. Bye-bye. Just like causing problems. Like, first of all, you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying that. I'm just going to say, oh, I'm sorry. Just send me a question. Too funny, man. Damn, guys, we made it to 12. This is good stuff. And my voice held up, so I guess we're back in business. Anybody else have any questions for me? Billy saying he agrees with AG, Lightyear, and now Strange World both did terrible. Yeah, Patty, you're the same way. I didn't see it, because it's a strange name to be called like Assidious. I didn't see it, and it's not like this like chat feed is like flying. Um, Ronnie, good theory. So Ronnie says he thinks that AA sold to Citigroup for $2. Since they are handling ape for them, they covered cheaply, and then AA allowed it. Probably. I mean, listen, it's a tough world, man. You gotta make friends, and but the model thing is that, like, Adam Aaron got to bury some of these guys for shorting his company. Mr. Simon, good look out, man. It's funny. I drew to you and saw him and saw what he said, and that's why I kind of like identified him and said, "What are you talking about?" It's just funny. Like, how is that gonna, like, even if like somebody came on, like Simon, if you came on and were like, "Yo, Stock Mafia, can you answer my question?" I'd be like, "Oh, my fault. I didn't see it." But whatever. Like, what's this gonna do? Like, oh no, this channel is gonna collapse. He's mean. Uh, oh, you think it was Al in disguise? uh, hey, listen. Like I said before. Hey, Aaron, what's happening? Um, like I said before, unless you show your face, I question everything that comes out of your mouth. What are you hiding from? What are you hiding from? And he never answers it. Never tells people like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, you know. Aaron says, who cares if he sold a handful of shares at 2? Pocket change. Use 8 piggy bank. It's what it's there for. Literally the only reason for it to exist. Yeah. So is that a positive thing, Aaron? I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, Ape is there to pay off debt and kill the shorts. And hopefully that's what he's doing. Thanks, Mr. Simon. Yeah, if I missed your questions, just type it back and I'll get there. And listen, we all everybody get mad about super chats and stuff, but I think part of the reason they exist, and I think they have a purpose, is if you do have like a million people saying stuff, you're gonna miss stuff. I mean, because I start going on my rants and I have to explain my position on certain things and stuff. You guys will be typing questions, so you just got to understand like the environment. Michael saying T90 was a bust. Phase 6 is not a bust yet. Don't fault that one yet. But all this witching, and I said this actually, didn't I say this in one of my videos? I was like, triple witching, T90, like it's killing us. But excuse me, sorry. It's frustrating. You can't predict crime. So like people will come in my comments and say, you don't know anything about the stock market. It's like, well, yeah, right now I don't know anything, and neither do you. So, and Ed says Al from Boston might be a superhero and can't let anyone know his identity. Yes, that is true. I've never thought about that, but yes, he could be. He could be. So if Anthony's still on here, if Anthony's buying a Batmobile, I'm getting myself an Iron Man suit. I think I'd kick ass. I'd probably die my first flight, but I'd love to have an Iron Man suit. All right, guys. It is 12:05. And hopefully Ape recovers. Somebody said that there was gee, Mr. Simon, you're the man. We'll share that Corona, my friend. We will share that Corona. One day, guys, one day we're going to get out of this. I know I say this all the time, but we're going to get out of this. And whether that's like, because right now, like I'm not making any money day trading. I'll be straight with you guys. I'm looking probably to get back into the sales rep game, because I'm not selling my position. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting rid of anything just to like pay some bills. Bullshit, man. I'm getting out there and I'll start. I'm a pretty decent sales rep, so I've had my successes with that. I don't think I'll go back to school teaching unless an opportunity presents itself. But we're all in this together. And Aaron says the same thing that I say. Aaron says they will have to cover. This can't go on forever. Yes, because they need us more than we need them. They need their markets. They need their nefarious bullshit because that's how they make money. They steal from pension funds and 401ks through companies. That's why I'm telling all of you guys, you got money in a 401k, think about, you can transfer, this is education purposes only. You can transfer your 401k money into an IRA, and then you can self-manage your IRA. So you can buy stocks for yourself within your IRA. So take that for what it's worth. That's it, guys. All right, guys. Stay strong, stay positive. I will see you on the next one. See you in the comments. You guys are the best, as always. And yeah, I think I'm going to start streaming more when I make my videos. I'm going to pop in. If anybody shows up, you show up. Take questions, come in for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then peace out. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Actually, I should ask you. Simon, you think it's a good idea? Sorry, I know everybody's saying goodbye to me. I'm sorry. So like Simon, Aaron, Ronnie, Albert, like I know a lot of you guys come in here. That's kind of my idea going forward, is like I start just, when I make my videos, I make my statement and then kind of stay on the stream for like a half hour. Do you think that's a better route? It would give people an opportunity to ask questions, to talk. It's an idea, yeah. Oh, you like that idea? All right, cool. Thanks, Mr. Simon. Okay, I'm going to do it. So, when I'm sitting back down here, if I make another video, I don't know if I come down here at 7 p.m. Eastern, I might pop in. So just let you guys know, I might pop in at 7 o'clock. You might miss me or whatever, but it's all good. I'll come in here. I'll probably sit there and talk for a half hour and talk about what I want to talk about in terms of the video and show information, and then log out. And then, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and it's a conversation. So it'll actually bring more people in, honestly. Probably get more people that can't see me or talk to me, because I think you judge person better when you live stream. That's my opinion. Yeah, like it's a convo. Yeah, and I'll just pop in, and it's going to be random as hell. I mean, it'll be like, because I make my videos when I can. So, all right, cool. All right, guys, I appreciate the feedback, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, take care.